What's up, YouTube? This is Jado. Today, we'll be talking about craps and my progression and me getting started on dice influencing. This is the first video I'm gonna make. I first started playing craps about 2 years ago. Ever since then, I was hooked. Never really won too much, won a little bit here and there, but nothing big. I started coming across some videos, mostly CK, Bone Thrower, some other guys. Started picking up on some of their stuff, and I've been practicing now for about 7-8 months. Built my own practice rig. You can see it's not the best, a little bit homemade, but it gets the job done. It's super bouncy, just like the tables around my way. Every table around my way, all of them are bouncy. So what I'm gonna do here is just try to go through my progression from being a beginner to where I was had no control over the dice, to now where I have a couple good shots that I've gotten down pretty good. The regular 3-finger overhand, I've got that down pretty good. Again, it's a bouncy table, so as much as you can get it down. And made some of my other, made some shots of my own that do pretty good. Made some sets of my own that do pretty good. But I think today I'm just gonna do, the hard way set. 3-finger overhand grip, thumb on the back, pendulum swing, and just see how we do for this first video, and see how, look back on this video a year from now and see how I'm doing then, depending on if y'all like this or not. So let's just go ahead and get it started. So I prefer to set my dice at 4-5, 4-5. That's just the way I like setting it. And then also give some tips to anybody else who's playing on bouncy surface tables, because it's a lot different than hard surface. But what I like to do is just grab it in the center with these, let them come down so they're both perfectly flat, no gaps at the bottom. Let them fall like that, and then bring my other fingers. So when I grip it, they're perfect. And then you come with a straight pendulum swing. So here we go. Shot 1. Stick left 2. Shooting from stick left 2. Bouncy surface table. Eight, 5, 3, 8. That's our point. Oops. Sorry, this is my first time shooting a video. Gotta get a little used to it. 5, 3, 8. Set our dice back up. 4, 5. Again, grip it in the center. Get them good. I'm not gonna count that one and hit the stick. Let me get this stick out the way for when I'm shooting. 4, 5, 4, 5. Again, this table is super bouncy, so if you don't land it right, them dice come flying. That's gonna be a 7. 7 down. Haven't had no practice today. It's the first time picking the dice up today. So that one's obviously not working today. You know, sometimes when you go in the casino, you practice, you've been practicing something all week. You know, sometimes I go in there practicing this all week, and I get to the casino, throw it, hit a number, you know, hit something like 10, and then on my second roll, I hit a 7. And I'm like, you know what happened? At the house, I was hitting like, you know, I had a SOR of like 10. And I get to the casino and that happens. So sometimes you gotta just switch it up. Sometimes that don't work. So another one of my favorites, because I'm gonna switch now because that obviously ain't working, is just a 1 finger. Just grip it right in the middle with 1 finger. And then throw that straight on. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna be aiming about 1 or 2 inches off that back wall. Try to get it on, you know, the flat part of the alligator back. Yeah, that feels a lot better. That feels a lot better. That's another 8. Alright, let's try that again. Now, I normally don't work my come-outs, but, you know, I probably should, because it always seems like when I don't work my come-outs, I always hit numbers. I don't ever throw a 7 the first throw, ever. That's a 6, 4, 2, 6. So I've just been wasting it, but it always just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right sometimes. So I can never really, you know, talk myself into it. But going here forward, I probably will start doing that. That was a bad one, and that was another 7. 6, 1, 7. Like I said, I'm no professional. I know that dice control works. I've made it work. I've seen it work. I know it works. But sometimes you just get unlucky. Sometimes when I know that I'm throwing a lot of 7s, and this is how I know dice control works, because you're supposed to throw 1 7 out of 6 rolls. Sometimes I can get on there and throw, you know, 5 7s out of 6 rolls. So when I'm having days like that, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just keep the same set, and I'll roll for the 7, hop in the 7s, starting at 10 each. 10, 10, 10. You know, throw 3 times. If I don't hit a 7, I'll bring it up to 20, 20, 20. Throw 3 times. If I don't hit a 7, I'll bring it up to 30, 30, 30. You know, you hit on 20, 20, 20, that's $300. You hit on 30, 30, 30, that's $450. So if you can throw 7s like that, like if you're setting and you always end up, you know, if you can't really get it right and you're hitting 7s a lot, or say you're getting close to your SOR, like say you got a good throwdown, and you know you usually 7 out around, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 throws. Shit, at that 8, 9 mark, just bring your bets down and just start hopping 7s. That's what I do. Right now, I'm not in the hole. I think I'm on casino money, but not much. Not where I want to be. I want to get it up good. And I kind of been slacking on my practice. Just had a new baby born, so I ain't really been having time to, you know, get all the practice I want in. But making these videos, I'm hoping this will inspire me to, you know, just try to get more practice in. I would suggest at least an hour a day. That's what I was doing, and I was doing good for a while. Like I said, got interrupted with all the baby stuff and all that. But the casino did help me pay for a lot of that baby stuff. I will tell you that. So I'm going to try something else because that's just not working right now. You know, the hard way set isn't working right now. I don't know what it is today. So I'm going to try another set. Got this one from BT. All you craps fans out there, YouTube fans, if you don't know who BT is, the original OG, go check him out. Bone thrower. Also CK. Definitely love CK. Wish he would come back. CK, we need you back, man. I'm going to go with the all 7. Except this time, same thing. 3-finger overhand grip. Except this time, I'm going to hit it on the board and try to scatter them. More like scatter and roll. So they're like tumbling as they go down and hit the back wall. This roll seems to work a lot better on bouncy tables. Like I said, it's really hard to control, you know, those arching rainbow throws on bouncy tables. It can be done. I've done it. I've seen people do it, but this throw is just a lot easier for bouncy tables. I got a couple other throws that are really good for bouncy tables because, like I said, that's all I have. I have 3, you know, close casinos, and they're all bouncy tables. So I had to learn and adapt. You know, learn what I learned from CK, BT, you know, some of them other guys, and adapt it to bouncy surface tables. But enough talking. I'm gonna go ahead. I got a 4-5-3-2 all 7 set, 3-finger overhand grip. Let's see how this does. That's a hard 4. That's my favorite number. I love hitting them hard 4s. It seems like that's what I roll. Oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry. Forgot. Not used to doing it for a camera. But that's what I roll most. Is 4s and 10s. 4s and 10s for some reason. So you see what happened there. I had it 4-5-3-2. So this table is so bouncy that when I threw them, you know, they started bouncing apart. One double pitched. What up? 4-5-3-2. One of them not only double pitched, but triple pitched. And then one of them, you know, it came all the way back around from being on that 7. So, you know, when you're doing something like that, you definitely want to have the all 7 set on a bouncy table. It comes out to be really good. Alright, so that's one so far. We ain't been doing good so far in this video. I'm hoping I can end it strong with a nice, you know, 15 piece, something like that. But let's see how we do. The best I've ever thrown on this table was 40. 40 throws was the best I've ever done at this table. The best I've ever done at a casino table was 35 rolls. Hit the small, tall, all, hit everything. One guy had $50 on the small, tall, all. He walked out of there with, what, $15,000 just for the tall. It was crazy. That was my best roll. But I want to get to where I can do that every time, you know, every time. And that was with a hard way rainbow throw, but it was a different way. I'll show y'all that one a little later if you want to see it. All 7, 4-5-3-2, same way. Here we go. It's gonna be a craps 3. Alright, I'm gonna shut up a little bit now and just roll the dice. Hopefully we can reach our SOR on this one. It's usually about 12. yo. I said, yo. See, I would have bet that. I would have bet a horn. Every time I see a horn, I bet a horn. As soon as I would have threw that craps 3, I would have bet a horn. I'll go over betting strategies, a little later. Right now, I just want to get this video out there to, just kind of not only document my process and my progress. That's a 10, by the way. 6'4". But try to help anybody else who's just starting out. I'm not just starting out, but I'm not no master by far. I'd say I'm not novice, but definitely not advanced. I definitely got a lot of learning to do. Give me another 3-4 years, and I'll say maybe 2 years, I'll put myself in the advanced category. But I mainly just wanted to make this, shouting out Bone Thrower, CK. They definitely taught me a lot. Definitely made me from, a gambler to a dice controller and trying to manipulate this game in my favor and finding out that it actually does work. That's hard for a lot of people to, understand and comprehend that it actually does work. You're gonna have some haters out there. It's a 12. There's gonna be haters. They're gonna say that shit don't work. There's no way you can do it. But I know it does. I guarantee it does. It does it. For a fact, it does it. Let's go again. That would have been the third horn. I don't remember if I rolled that or the 10 first, but another 4, that's our point. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Let me get you back on. That's a 4. And for this one, you really just want to land it 4, 5, 3, 2. This one, you want to land it. I'm coming in from behind the camera. You can't really see me. I'm about 7, 8 feet out. When I'm throwing, I'm trying to hit them right around here and trying to make them tumble like this, but also break up a little bit, to break that all 7 set up. Because you definitely don't want it to stay too tight. Definitely don't want it to stay too tight. Because then you're going to end up with a 4, 3, 5, 2. You definitely don't want that. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots already. I said, yo. In some later videos, I'm going to talk about, casino etiquette. Because I see some crazy stuff at the casino. By the way, I just threw a horn out to bet a horn. I bet a horn high 12 right now. Horn high 12. But yeah, man, I've seen some crazy stuff at the casinos at the craps table. People get highly emotional at the craps table. That's a 6. People get highly emotional at the craps table. There'll be people at the craps table who will take the dice and throw them against the wall 100 times until they get what they want. Taking, up to 2 minutes, and then they finally just grab them and rip them, and they don't even set them. And then, if that's not bad enough, the ones who do that all, for 1 to 2 minutes, and then they actually do set them after doing all that, they'll set it to a set they want and then throw them. And I'm like, why go through all that if you're just gonna set them and then throw them? But then when you get the dice and you start setting them like this, and then everybody's like, oh, you gotta do all that, just grab them and throw them. When I first started doing this, I was so nervous to come up to that craps table and throw the dice. And this was before I knew about dice control. I just wanted to grab them and get them out my hand. And that's what I did. And you know what? I did alright. That's a 5. I did alright. I threw about 5 throws. Didn't really make no money because I didn't know what I was betting on. But when I first found out about dice control, and I didn't know, how legal it was. I didn't know if they, cared that you set the dice and grabbed them and took your time to grab the dice just right. But I know every time when I go in there and do that, they are always staring at my hands hard. That's another 6. That's our point. Because they don't want you to, they know that it can be done, but they don't want you letting other people know that it can be done. I don't know. I hear the casinos be doing some really shady stuff. That was a 6. We hit our point. Alright, let's try to hit some of these smalls. What do I got? We need a couple numbers. Let's see if we can get this. It's another 12. Always bet a craps. Always bet a crap. When you got your pass line on, I don't have chips out, but if I had my chips on the pass line, always put a $5 crap on there. It's always worth it. Always. Or if you usually hit a lot of horn numbers like I do with this roll, put a 3-way up there. Put a horn up there. It's a 6. Another 6. This video is already getting long. I'm just going to shoot until I 7 out. I know some people are going to say, well, that was a bad throw. And that was a 7. 7 out. Bad throw. Didn't hit the wall. A little too short. I was a little too focused on what I was about to say. A lot of people are going to probably say, well, the first 2 throws you threw, you 7'd out instantly. It's probably just luck that this happened like this. 6-1-7. But it's not. I hadn't warmed up yet. I think from now on when I start the videos, I'm going to warm up a little bit before I start shooting. That's why you always, if you have a practice table or even just throwing them against a wall, anything, just practice a little bit before you go into the casino. But let's see what we threw. We hit 2 points on that. We threw 4, 8, 12. We threw 12 times. I would have pulled down at like 7. Like BT says, work the short game. I usually go till 6 or 7. And you know what? After 6 or 7, I pull my bets down, pull everything down. The tables I go to at all my local casinos, they're all $25 minimum tables. So I pull all my bets down, and then I'll start taking, $10, hopping every 7. After I hit like 7 or 8, hopping every 7. And then I'll bring it up. I'll double it every 3 rolls I don't hit a 7. So no matter what, when that 7 comes, you're gonna be in it. Anyways, this is Jado. Hope you enjoyed the video. Look out for more. I'm gonna be making more, in-depth videos. I just wanted to get this first one out there. Let you know, that I'm out here. I hate seeing people go to the casino and losing money, and not only for y'all, but I'm doing it for me so I can keep my game tight. But anyways, this is Jado Craps. Peace, y'all.